Hello, my name is Jamie and welcome to this video. Today I'm doing a bit of a modelling challenge. I'll be modelling a subject in 15 minutes or less. Hopefully I'll add in some basic textures as well, get some colours in there so it looks pretty good. The subject I have picked for today is the flamingo. I've got some references that I've been gathering here. The reason I picked the flamingo is that my wife thinks that I really like them now, when I really could care less. But that's fine, we'll make a cool flamingo model. I've just got some side views, some front views, and a sort of a detailed shot of its face with the mouth open. Nothing too crazy, so like and subscribe if you're enjoying the videos. And I've just got my phone down over here, so I will hit start now. Okay, so we've got a cube. Basic stuff in Blender, nothing too crazy going on. And I want to go first, I think I want to set up my mirror. So go to wireframe, delete that, come over here, add in a mirror, beautiful, okay. Now, so the body of the flamingo is sort of a teardrop shape. So if I add in an edge loop there and scale this part down, bring it back, start to get that shape happening. Something like this, but it's also sort of rotated like that. Okay, oh, and we've not got clipping on, that's fine, we can quickly fix that. There we go. And we'll select these two, move them in on the X. Move this one on the X. Just to get a fairly smooth and rounded body. They are fairly skinny from the front. Fairly skinny looking. And I want to just get those selected. Bring that in just a little bit, maybe a little bit more. And then that's a fairly simple flamingo shape. Now the neck actually comes from out of here, so I might just bring this back a little bit. And grab these polygons. Scale that down. Just bring it out a little bit. And then I want to right click loop tools and go to circle. It's looking okay. I think I need to bring this down a bit further, maybe scale that down a bit. And then the neck comes out. It's fairly chunky. It's probably not that chunky though. So I'm gonna undo, scale that down, probably about there. Rotate. Get some more shape in there. And then the neck actually rests on the body in this image. So that's how far back it comes. So it gets to there. In a nice smooth curve, of course. So when I add in my edge loops, I want to keep the volume of the neck consistent. So I'm sliding them. And then, like this again, got that selected, cool. So then we come up, basically go straight up. And then we can actually go to a side right angle there, and then add in a bit more curvature to get that looking nice. Now I'm not particularly modeling low poly on purpose, but I do want to not give myself too overwhelmed too quickly. So I'll just do what we got to do and see how it looks after. Okay, so that's a nice curvy looking neck. Might bring these two back a little bit to make it a bit curvier. That's fine. And then the head is just a bit bigger, really. So it comes, scale up a bit, come up a bit more, scale up a bit more. Maybe scale that up a bit, like that. And then we've got a fairly flat spot. Although all of this is actually tilted forward, something like that. Okay, maybe scale that in a little bit. And then we scale in. And then it gets to the big hunkin' beak, which is a odd shape. Sort of starts, oh my, it's a very odd shape. So something like this. So we'll scale that down. My phone has just gone blank. Bring that back. I need to stop it from doing that for next time. So this general sort of shape is what we're looking at, I think. Jeez. So I want it to look good still, even though we're rushing. Oops. So I feel like the actual shape, this comes back here, but then comes out to something like that. We might bring these polygons down a bit. Probably not quite that extreme, but also it's quite a thick beak. Now it does appear to be split. Not quite like that, but why don't we bring this bit out? That's quite. And then we'll bring everything except that like back edge. Actually bring that out on the Y as well. And that will give us a fairly thick and chunky beak-like thing. It's a very unusual shape. Okay. I think it's probably not the worst thing to add that loop in. I don't really want it that bad. Okay, so we've got general shape of the body in. Let's just see how that's looking in 3D. The beak and stuff should probably be a bit skinnier. So select this at least. Maybe just that part. Bring that in a bit. Although it should get a bit wider around there. And I've modelled it in a funny orientation. Oh well. His eyes are pretty close. They're up in this area. They're actually connected by sort of this polygon here, by the same colour. And then there's feathers around the outside. That's going to be very difficult to include, so I'm just going to include a little indentation to sort of signal where the eye goes. We'll see how we go with time. And I might add just a few more cuts along the body and go to vertex mode and just sort of start scaling these up a little bit. Get a little bit of roundness around the body, make it look a bit nicer. One in here, just scale that up a bit. Not too worried about it looking perfect. And then legs. So the legs are very thin. They sort of come out of, I have to turn off clipping. They're roughly in the middle, so roughly around there, maybe here. And then make this one a circle as well. fairly thin. The body does come out a little bit with them. Like that. And then they can basically just go straight down. SZ0, GZ. They're very long. Without checking dimensions and stuff. One of the photos, that looks about right. And then, so that is similar to sort of the length of the head, beak to the head. So if I get there, and then go there, so maybe a little bit shorter. So I was just measuring the difference between the leg and the beak and head, and that'll sort of give me a rough idea for how long things should be. Okay, we've only got a few minutes left, so the knees have a knobbly bit in the middle, so I'll just extrude and scale up, or do a S and then Alt Z, Control Z, Shift Z, there we go, just to make that a bit bigger. It's not particularly great looking. I might just quickly grab, where's my mode? I'm not in edit mode. Move that in the Z and move that down in the Z. Just to round that out a bit. Maybe scale up this middle one. There we go, that's a bit better. Their feet are basically little flippers. So, if I extrude down a little bit, and then grab these three, or these two. That should be fine. Or let's get these. Well, okay. Now I'm going to have to go in face mode because I don't want that bottom face selected. Extrude out, scale. And honestly, that's pretty close. GZ. Okay. I don't want them to have much thickness. They're probably a bit longer than that though, so G and Y, something like that. Little flamingo legs. These legs are looking way too thick still. So I'm going to select that and go Alt S. Ooh. Alt S and then hold down Shift. Alt S and then hold down Alt S, hold down Shift. Make it a bit skinnier. Those knobbly bits just look really out of place, but there's not much I can do right now about that. Just bring that down a bit. Maybe bring the SZ, Alt S. I don't know, something like that. That's a flamingo with legs. And now I want to try and actually put some colour on this dang thing. That's a bit of a crazy idea. Shade smooth looks okay. Does it look okay with a subdivision? Not really. So let's just pretend that it's supposed to be a low poly model. That's fine. Okay, so we can very quickly Control E. Nope. Add to quick favorite mark seam. Okay. Whole thing down the middle. Mark seam. Middle of the leg. Control E. Mark seam. Control E. Mark seam. Oh my god. Wasting so much time on seams. Mark seam. Okay, that will have to do. Oh, we're going to go A, U, unwrap, go to texture paint. Okay, so we want to paint, we want a new, that will do. Okay, everything's going wild and weird, so I just want a few colours. Where are we? Over here. So a fairly, oh geez, what is that colour? It's more of a red than a pink, something like that. That will do. Paint bucket, please. Oh, that's not the right colour. What is going on? Give me that colour, please. Paint bucket. Thank you. just paint the rest of it that colour. Okay. God, I've got 30 seconds left. Base colour. Image texture. This one. Okay, that's pink. Beak is like a white colourish thing. Not very white. And then it's got black on the tip. That's kind of flamingish. And then there's the head. A little light coloured eye. Oh, that's my alarm. Okay, we're done. That's terrible. You know, when I said I'm going to model a flamingo in 15 minutes, I thought it's going to be much easier than this. And my problem was that I just sort of focused too heavily on certain areas. And I didn't get much of anything actually happening. I need more polygons where that eye would be, because there's not much I can do with that. I'll just touch up the textures post-timer, because I'm a grown-up and I can do that. I'll just a couple of little details should hopefully make it look a bit less terrible. If we pick that colour, which is not really a colour that I can actually see on the beaks, it's just the colour I grabbed. Went go a bit lighter, and that's what I ended up with. And then, oh. So it sort of comes up to here and does that. Maybe it comes a bit further down. Yeah, I think I want to bring this back a bit like that. Yeah, something like that. And then I would probably try and draw in, at least, a line along here to sort of signify where the mouth opening would be, and it actually comes under the eye. So it would be something like that, but less wiggly. Actually a very straight curve. Oh. So do that. That will get us pretty much there, and it does start part way through. I'm looking at this reference here. It starts partly way down. So that's sort of familiar to the reference. This should be white with some pinky bits, and I suppose to do a very quick fix up on the colour, what I'll do is I will turn the strength way down and do a white that's quite big, and just touch the colour in places, and sort of the wings go up here and down there, so I might sort of try to include that as I'm painting. That starts to get closer to the actual colour. I might just chuck a little bit of white over the top of this. I'm not sure what that is, or what that is, but thanks for putting it so close, Blender. These legs. They did not unwrap very well. But those colours aren't too bad. Those are the feet. Okay, so I need to get that. I just want to be able to click a button and grab the colour. Oh, there we go. So, turn the strength back up. Let me make the size nice and small, just so that foot doesn't look so bad. There's that, that's fine. Strength down again. 0.1 last time. And then hue and no saturation, thank you. Do something like that, makes the feet look a bit interesting. Cool. There's a flamingo. I've gone and done it. It's perfect, and if anyone tells you otherwise, they're a liar. How does he look in rendered view? He looks beautiful, see? We'll go to cycles. Let's have a look at some GPU. Maybe turn viewport samples up to 128 as well. We can do some viewport denoising so that you guys can see this beautiful flamingo in all of its beautiful glory. And let's chuck in a HDRI as well, because that can only help the situation. Into my blend folder. There we go. Yeah, beautiful. I can't see a single issue with this. And if you can see an issue, it just means you need to get your eyes checked, I guess. Get some new glasses. Because it's perfect. And I am so doing this again. I have had a lot of fun. I'm surprised at how much fun that was, actually. I thought it would be silly and I would feel a bit dumb doing it. There is that, but there is also the feeling of it was just a good time and it's a fun challenge. So, if you're watching and you're enjoying, hit like and subscribe. Do those YouTubey things for me. That helps me out. And chuck in the comments any ideas of subjects you'd like to see me model. Now, I typically model organic creatures and characters. So that's where I'm generally comfortable, given the time. So I'm absolutely fine if you suggest something in that category, or if you suggest something completely different. No offense on if I don't pick your comment, but I will just do basically what I'm feeling like. Have a good time, chuck out a model, and this will be up on the Patreon as well for everyone to download and play with as much as you like, because as part of the Patreon, every video that I make that results in a file will result in that being a part on Patreon. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.